शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तगोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। Okay, from 56. Ato nayam parātmā syāt. Ato nayam parātmā syāt.
तो नायं परात्मा स्यात्
विज्ञानमय शब्दभाक्
विज्ञानमय शब्दभाक्
विकारित्वात् जडवत्वाच्च विकारित्वात्
विकारित्वात् जडत्वाच्च
परिच्छिन्नत्वहेतुतः
परिच्छिन्नत्वहेतुतः
दृश्यत्वात् व्यभिचारित्वात्
व्यभिचारित्वात्
नानित्यो नित्य इष्यते
नानित्यो नित्य इष्यते
आनन्दप्रतिबिम्बचुम्बिततनुः
आनन्दप्रतिबिम्बचुम्बिततनुः
वृत्तिस्तमोजृम्भिता
वृत्तिस्तमोजृम्भिता
स्यादानन्दमयः
स्यादानन्दमयः
प्रियादिगुणकः
प्रियादिगुणकः
स्वेष्टार्थलाभोदयः
स्वेष्टार्थलाभोदयः
पुण्यस्यानुभवे विभाति कृतीनाम्
विभाति कृतीनाम्
आनन्दरूपस्वयम्
आनन्दरूपस्वयम्
भूत्वा नन्दति यत्र साधु तनुभृन्मात्रः
साधु तनुभृन्मात्रः
प्रयत्नं विना
आनन्दमयकोशस्य
सुषुप्तौ स्फूर्तिरुत्कटा
सुषुप्तौ स्फूर्तिरुत्कटा
स्वप्नजागरयोरीशत्
स्वप्नजागरयोरीषद्
इष्टसन्दर्शनादिना नैवायम् आनन्दमयः परātmā
नैवायमानन्दमयः परात्मा सोपाधिकत्वात्
प्रकृतेर्विकारात्
प्रकृतेर्विकारात्
kāryatvahetoḥ
कारयत्वहेतोः
sukṛtakriyāyāः
कृतक्रियायाः
vikārasaṅghāta
विकारसङ्घात
samāhitatvāt.
समाहितत्वात्
Once again, naivāyamānandamayaḥ parātmā
नैवायम् आनन्दमयः परात्मा
sopādhikatvātprakṛtervikārāt.
sopādhikatvātprakṛtervikārāt
kāryatvahetoḥ sukṛtakriyāyāः
kāryatvahetoḥ sukṛtakriyāyāः
vikārasaṅghātasamāhitatvāt.
vikārasaṅghātasamāhitatvāt.
Yeah.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
So we saw shloka number 58. We completed Anandamaya Koshasya. One more description was given. Sushuptau spurtir utkata. In Sushupti Avastha, the Anandamaya is most expressive. In other words, the Ananda, which is the nature of the self, gets completely expressed. And then Swapna Jagarayoho Ishat. Ishat means little bit, Alpa. And so Paramarthanandaji says, the parents are very happy that the child has finished high school in flying colors. Finished high school. And now they were all happy. Then again next day they were sad. Why? Because not sure which college, this guy is not deciding properly, he's changing his mind every day morning, like the sun shines, he's also shining, but different type of shine, different color. So the parents are confused. The boy doesn't think he's confused, but the parents think he's confused. So all the joy evaporated. So Ishat, just little bit, you got a chance to be happy, you became happy. That's it, over, Ishat. Pujya Swamiji gives another example. And Paramarthanandaji quotes this. I heard this long ago. And it is like the person having milkshake. He goes, and then everybody, along with friends, he goes, has milkshake. And then his milkshake, oh, so beautiful. And then he keeps sucking through that straw, And but his eyes are on the glass. The level is going down, Keep on sucking and level is going down. Like this. So that initial joy is gone. So now the anxiety is building, constantly building, it seems. So that is how it is. What an example. So anyway, Ishat. Alright, we completed that. So now this kosha, this Anandamaya Kosha also is, having told so much about these koshas, now again Shankaracharya is saying this kosha also is not Atma. So ayam Anandamayaḥ na eva parātmā. That is the way to do the Anvaya of this. Ayam Anandamaya, this Anandamaya can never be parātmā. Na eva. Na eva means that evakara. How can you mistake the Anandamaya to be Atma? That to Para-Atma. Atma is Para-Atma. Para-Atma means the all-pervasive Atma. Para can have different meanings based on context. And so, Pratyagatma, Mukhya Atma, Paramatma, all identical, but based on different contexts. Different context. We are referring to Ishvara, the Brahma, then parātmā. Pujya Swamiji will always reserve the word parātmā for referring to Brahman. Nirgunam Brahma. At home, sometimes we say parātmā. Parātmā, the all-pervasive, the God, Ishvara, Bhagavan, Paramatma. So anyway, here, Parātmā, that Mukhya Atma, Chandrasekhar Bharati Mahaswamiji says, Mukhya Atma. Mukhya Atma. See, all these are words they use periodically, Mukhya Atma means what? That means, that is because I've confused myself with, there are so many Atmas, body also is Atma, And so, among all those Atmas, this is Mukhya Atma, like that. And so, why do you say Anandamaya is not Atma? Hey, he's going to give reasons, sopādhikatvātprakṛtervikārāt and all that. So, Ananda is an experience. If your idea of Ananda is experience, then it can't be Atma. It can't be Atma. Because coming and going, and you're negating all that experience in deep sleep. There is an experience, all right, but this coming and going is not there. And that itself tells me whatever experience I am seeking in the waking state has to be understood differently, cannot be construed to be Atma. Okay, so he's going to give some reasons. What is the first reason? Sopādhikatvāt. Sopādhikatvāt. Upadhi. Upadhi, you know what Upadhi is. Upadhi is that which gives form to something else, which gives attributes to something else. Okay. So popular example given is this one, glass. A glass tumbler is there. Crystal clear glass tumbler is there. I don't have it with me. And it won't work with the steel tumbler. So the glass crystal is there. Nice crystal. And then there is a red flower rose right next to it. And guess what? This glass, crystal clear glass, is not crystal clear anymore. It is reddish. It is reddish. For somebody looking from there, it will look like a red glass, red colored glass. Or Swamiji is sitting behind the glass and the glass looks saffron, ochre, kashayam. And you can't mistake because in the ashram, the seat is covered by kashaya vastra. The table is covered by kashaya vastra. So you may think, oh, they found a nice glass also which is kashaya, Because sometimes we do that. So the other day, we saw this thing. I was there at the Swami Ganesha Swarupananda's ashram. He is there right here, 5-6 kilometers from here, in Mardamalai. So, he called me, he said, Swami, Aishwaryanandaji is coming from Madhya Pradesh. He came there. So, I was there. And conversation is going on. And Swamiji is wearing a watch. And this watch is pure saffron, kashaya watch. Watch strap is also kashaya. Inside everything is kashaya. And then somebody said, I didn't say, I was sitting right next to Swamiji. Somebody said, Swamiji, that's a very beautiful watch. Very interesting color. What interesting color? Kashaya color. And then, somebody gave me, in Singapore it seems they found and so they gave it to me. So kashaya, everything is kashaya. So they don't have any, that's how it is, the lifestyle is like that. So this glass also looks kashaya. Okay, then what we say is that Swamiji's vastram is the upadhi for the glass. Why? Because the properties of the upadhi seem to have come onto the glass. What seem to? It has come to the glass as it were. As it were. As though. And therefore that is called upadhi. And so here, sopādhikatvāt Hey, here also, look. First, one meaning of upadhi here is mind, manas. Mind is a upadhi. Mind is required for the ananda to be manifest. And so, that is the upadhi. And so, that ananda being expressed in the mind being the upadhi, is one way to look at it. Or Swami Paramarthanandaji's upadhi means condition. Condition. It is a condition. And how does this condition happen? We saw all those things last class. So because it's a condition, it is an upadhi. It's an upadhi. It is a form. It takes a particular form. What takes a particular form? That ananda, the experience of ananda takes a particular form. Okay? And so, that favorable situation. What did he say? Ishtartha labhodaya. Okay? And so, Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswamiji says, Sanimittatvat. Sanimittatvat. Means what? Nimittena saha vartate iti. Means nimitta means cause. That particular ananda has a cause. Experience has a cause. Experience. What is the cause? Ishtartha labhodaya. That ragadvesha. Ragadvesha, meeting the object of ragadvesha, has caused that particular experience. That is called sopādhikatvātprakṛtervikārāt. So our Paramarthanandaji says, he quotes the shloka, Bhagavad Gita. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya evate adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. So many of you are shaking your heads. So, shloka is there, Bhagavad Gita 5:22, if you want to make a note. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya evate. This samsparshaja, sparshaja. Sparsha is touch. Sparshaja is born of touch. And samsparshaja bhogaha. This bhoga, the experience is bhoga. An experience that is born of contact. Contact doesn't literally mean touch. Anything. Eye also is touching the object. Ear is touching its object, etc. Samsparshaja bhogaha. What are they? Dukkha yonaya evate. They are just, what do you call it? Dukkha yonayaha. They are just pregnant with dukkham, it seems. How dare you say something like this? I'm not daring you. You dare to prove me, disprove me. Okay, that's what he's saying. Okay, dukkha yonaya evate. Why? Adyantavantah kaunteya. Adivat. Was it born? Or was that happiness, joy just for 1 minute ago? No, it was not there. Okay, then adivat. Then it is going to be antavat. Adyantavantah kaunte. Antavat means it is going to have an end. Antaha asya asti iti antavat. So adyantavat kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Clean. Hey, it is not that wise people don't experience these things. The minute sense organs are there, experience will be there. All the time experience is there. Somebody asked Swamiji, Sadatmanandaji, in our camp last year, Swamiji, how are you doing? हम तो मजे में हैं, something like that he said. मजे में है means I'm happy, things are all right. So experience will always be there. You put something in the mouth, the taste experience will be there. Yeah, I like it, I don't like it, it's bitter. So nateshu ramate, that is the key. The wise people are not going to get carried away by these things. That's all. No aching, pining and all that will be there. That's what Krishna means there. And so, sopādhikatvāt, sanimittatvat, because that experience has a cause. It is conditional. It is a particular condition of the mind. Okay, conditional. There itself you see conditional. So, they say conditional love. Conditional love means I love you if. I love you if. The if is there, no? So, that is called conditional love. Here also, Ananda is conditional. Alright, one more reason is going to give. Prakrtervikārāt. Prakrtervikārāt. Prakṛtehe vikārāt. The fact that it is coming and going, it has different shades. Joy is not all ecstasy all the way to, it's alright, nice, good. All the way it's some basic joy, priya, to, moda, pramoda, all the way it is there, right? So, it's all change. It is all a spectrum. Different shades are there. It itself tells you it's a product whose nature can also be changing. It is of different nature and it can change also. Change also means what? The pramoda can become moda anytime. Moda can become priya anytime. Priya can disappear also anytime. So that kind of change is called vikara. Prakritehe vikaraha. Prakriti. So in our Shastram we always mention it. Prakritihi māyāyāha. Swamiji, what does he say? Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswamiji says, Ishta sandarshanadi janyatvāt moola prakritehe avidyayaha vikāratvāt or vikārāt. That moola prakritehe, that maya is trigunatmika maya. Guna is maya. Not Maya contains three gunas. No, not Maya doesn't contain three gunas. Maya is three gunas. And so that Trigunatmika Maya has to manifest. Constantly changing. That is what experience is. And so, because it's a product of Trigunatmika Maya, Moola Vidya, he uses that word. It's a product. Vikara. It's a product which is subject to change. And so, that is why Anandamaya cannot be parātmā. Why? Because parātmā is not vikāravat. Then what is it? Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate. Second chapter, Bhagavad Gita. It will come after that, maybe 217, 218, 220, in that range it will come. Avyaktoyam, achintyoyam, avikaryoyam. It is avikarya. Means it is not subject to change. Second chapter, Krishna already said that. So Atma is not subject to change. What about this? Anandamaya. All the experiences of Ananda in Anandamaya. Experiences of Dukkha in Anandamaya. It is subject to change. It is savikaram. Savikaram. So because it is savikaram, vikārāt or vikāratvāt. Because of the nature of change, vikāratvāt. Because of a changing nature, Anandamaya na parātmā. Parātmā na bhavati. Alright, then one more reason he is giving. kāryatvahetoḥ sukṛtakriyāyā. Kriyāyā, Sanskrit students, Panchami. So, kriyāyā and kāryatvahetoḥ. Okay, hetoḥ also is Panchami. Kāryatvakriyayaha hetoḥ. Okay, let's see. Kāryatvahetoḥ. Kāryatvahetoḥ. It is because this is a product. Now he is talking about product. Kāryatva. See, any product changes. So vikara comes. And that vikara is also related to upadhi. And so it's all related things. So here he is highlighting kāryatvam. It is of the nature of a product. Experience, any kind of experience is a nature of product. Nature of product means it is a product. It is a product. Because it is a product, kāryatvahetoḥ. Because it has the status of being a product. That's a literal meaning. Okay. Alright. And product of what, if you ask? Sukṛtakriyāyā. So kriyāyā could be Shashti also. Need not be Panchami. sukṛtakriyāyā. Already earlier he mentioned it. Sukrita, a punyam. Kritam is done. Sukrita, well done, properly done. Dharma, actions based on dharma. Punya, it's called sukritam. Somewhere we saw it. Ritam pibantau sukritasya loke. Kathopanishad. Okay. So that sukrita has come here. So sukṛtakriyāyā, all actions which are in keeping with dharma, those things create what is called punyam. And the punyam is the cause of this joyful experience. Likewise, papam you should add. Papam is the cause for dukkham. Okay, not a joyful experience. So, that kind of purva janma punya janita, sukha dukkhanubhavaha is the nature of this particular Anandamaya. Okay. And what about why it can't be parātmā? Well, it is not parātmā because Atma is not a product. Atma is not a product. How do you know Atma is not a product? What is the pramanam for it? Some of the senior students should be able to say it.
It has no beginning, it has no end.
Explicitly it must say it is not a product. That is the pramana. It has no beginning and correct. But what is the mantra? What is the shloka or mantra?
Those properties, right? The 4 properties. The properties.
What is the shloka? What is the Bhagavad Gita shloka which is a pramanam for us? Or a mantra from Upanishad which is a
It cannot be cut, it cannot be burnt.
Yeah. So, but does it mean it is not a product? It doesn't mean it cannot be cut, means it cannot be cut, that's all. And so we're looking for something even more specific, and that is there in Kathopanishad. Anyatra dharmat. Nachiketa is asking Yamadharmaraja, Anyatra dharmat. Tell me that which is neither dharma nor adharma. And then he is saying, Anyatra asmat kṛtāt. What is kṛtāt? Shankaracharya explains. Kritam means product. Akritam means karanam. Cause effect. Tell me that which is beyond cause and effect. That is what comes to my mind now. So,
न
that
सूर्योभाति
is the
Guruji na
pramanam for
न
us.
jayasya na
सूर्योभाति न
kriyate.
चंद्रतारकम
Huh?
न सूर्योभाति न चंद्रतारकम नेमा विद्युतो भा.
So, where is product there? Where is product?
It lights up. Okay. Yes, there is no product there. Right.
I mean, that we are looking for something more explicit than that. Good. So that's a way to think through this. So asmat kṛtāt. So therefore, the Atma being that, how naivāyam parātmā, Anandamaya naivāyam parātmā. Ayam means this Anandamaya. All right.
Kāryakarana vilakshanam swayam. That also can be used.
Swayam kāryakarana vilakshanam swayam. And it comes where?
Same Vivekachoodamani.
Vivekachoodamani, it came some time ago, is it not?
I think it will come later. This ekameva sadaneka karanam.
That comes later. It comes later. Good. One more reason he's going to give. Vikārasaṅghātasamāhitatvāt. Samāhitatvāt. So another reason is given. So these are all used in the Shastram. All related only. So he says samāhitatvāt. Samāhita has 2-3 meanings. At least 2 meanings I can tell you. Samāhita. One's mind is samāhita means mind is composed. Mind is calm. Mind is calm. Composed, they say, for calm. But you know that same word compose has a different meaning. What is it? Something is composed of. Something is constituted by. And that also is composed only, two different meanings. Here also same, samāhitatvāt is composed of.
Even
Because
music.
Anandamaya is composed of.
Even music composition, composed.
Okay, composition, right? So what is the, because it has a composition, it seems. What kind of composition it has? Vikārasaṅghāta. Sanghāta. Kāryakarana-saṅghāta, we use all these words. So this body is called a kāryakarana-saṅghāta. It is a group. It is a group that is put together of what type of things are there in this body? Complex. It's a complex. And complex. It has karya and karana. So all this body is there, and then karana, all the sense organs and organs of actions are there, and it's a great combination, and it is able to do a lot of things and put life into the body. Then it does things, and so karya karana sanghātaha. It's a conglomerate. It's an assemblage. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Assemblage. It's a put together entity, assembled entity. That is the meaning of sanghātaha. Vikārasaṅghātaha. It is an entity, all right, entity of things that are products or that are subject to change. Vikara has two meanings also. What are the things it is put together with? Hey, Priya, Moda, Pramoda. Like this big spectrum of things, it is put together with the base of Karana Shariram. Anadi, Avidya, Karana Shariram. Created by that. Okay. So, what is the meaning of this, final meaning of this phrase? It's a big phrase. Composed of a group of vikaras. Composed of a group of vikaras. Group of forms which are subject to change. That is the meaning of vikara. Okay. Group of vritti. In this case, that change is vritti. Priya vritti, Moda vritti, Pramoda vritti. Okay. So, why are you saying this? Well, that is because that particular idea is there. Anything that is put together is called sāvayavam. Sāvayavam. Sa-avayavam. Avayavam means part. One way to find out if something is nityam or anityam is if it has parts. If it has parts. So when you buy something, does it have parts or not? And all you have to do is, if you are not sure, you look at the fine print. So they will say, warranty, 3 years warranty. And parts, 3 years warranty. Then some parts also is there. Some parts 3 years warranty, some parts 2 year warranty, 1 year warranty. Like this. So parts, it's all made of parts. Without parts, what is there? Everything is made up. And so, that is the idea. This whole thing means what? Sāvayavatvāt. Chandrasekhara Mahaswamiji says that. Darshana labha bhoga janya sukha rupa avayava samudaya sanjanitatvāt. Bottom line is what? This is all complex. That whole thing is put together. And so it is just a different experience. It only creates experiences. The contact, both externally, all sense organs and the body is creating situations from which the experience takes place, and that place is called Anandamayaḥ. That experience is called Anandamayaḥ. So it's a composite entity, ityarthaha. Elsewhere, Shankaracharya elaborates on this. I forget where, I think it is Kenopanishad, in which he says, anything that is put together cannot be Atma. Anything that is put together, for example, a car, has to be for somebody's sake, for the sake of somebody which is not a car. Has to be for something which is not a car. Anything that is put together must be put together for somebody other than that entity, car. He uses this argument to say Atma cannot be put together. Atma is niravayavaha. What an argument it is. Anything put together. So many things are there in the house and outside. It is all put together all right. And it is meant for whom? The tree's fruits are not meant for the tree. The tree itself is not meant for the tree. The car is not meant for the car. All the things that are there out here, the book is not meant for the book. It is meant for somebody else other than the book. This argument he makes. It seems simple or what, I don't know. But this argument he makes, and he says that some other entity has to be what? You have to keep going back, and you will end up with Atma. It is for the sake of Atma only. Like that he says. And so, and therefore, vikārasaṅghātasamāhitatvāt na eva Anandamaya parātmā bhavati. That also is there. So finally, so that Anandamaya is negated. Negated means what? This word negated is we use all the time. Cancel. They say cancel these days. I hear the word cancel. You get cancelled, it seems. Sanatana Dharma is cancelled. Woke is cancelling Sanatana Dharma. Cancel culture. Have you heard this cancel culture? My God, this is all kinds of... Okay. Negation means cancelling. Cancelling means what? Hey, it is, you don't have to do anything. There's no physical activity involved. What is this? There's no physical activity involved. There's no cutting, chopping and everything involved here. Hey, cancelling means, negating here means, other day somebody said, the teacher is teaching the children that the sun really does not rise. The teacher is cancelling the sun's motion,
Ruled out.
Ruling it out, correct, good. Ruling it out. How do you rule it out? We all should go to the sun and then stop the sun from moving. No, not like that. You don't have to imagine the sun not moving at all. No need to imagine. I'll teach you. When I teach you, you don't have to imagine anything. This is how it is. Sun is stationary, everybody is moving. If something is moving and it feels relative motion, the idea of relative motion is taught, and then suddenly the students realize that. What realize? Come to know that the sun is stationary. Sun's movement is negated. That is the negation here. Cognitively negated. Cognitively understood. And even the reality of something is understood. What we are doing is, the unreality of that is being negated. That's all. It's being cancelled. That's all it is. Because it doesn't exist. That unreality is really unreal. I have come to know that it's unreal. That is what it is. And so, he's going to say that here. We will come to it. The next shloka will conclude that. Okay. Because now all koshas are over. Anandamaya Kosha. No more koshas are left in this model. In this particular model, no more koshas are left. And so, let's translate the shloka. Alright, shloka number 59. This Anandamaya can never be the parātmā. This Anandamaya can never be the parātmā because of having an upadhi. Because of having an upadhi. Comma, next reason, due to being a modification of prakriti. Due to being a modification of prakriti, comma. Next reason. On account of being a product of good deeds. Product of good deeds. And last reason, because of being born of the assemblage of modifications. Because of being born of the assemblage of modifications. I mean, we don't use this word assemblage and all in common conversations. Okay, assemblage of modifications. Within brackets, you can say Priya, Moda, Pramoda, etc. Priyadi Gunakaha, we saw that earlier. Okay. This Anandamaya can never be the parātmā because of having an upadhi, due to being a modification of prakriti, on account of being a product of good deeds, and because of being born of the assemblage of modifications. Okay. Next. pañcānāmapi kośānāṃ
pañcānāmapi koṣānāṃ
niṣedhe yuktitaḥ
niṣedhe yuktitaḥ
tanniṣedhāvadhiḥ sākṣī
tanniṣedhāvadhiḥ sākṣī
bodharūpo'vaśiṣyate
bodharūpo'vaśiṣyate
pañcānāmapi kośānāṃ
pañcānāmapi koṣānāṃ
niṣedhe yuktitaḥ
niṣedhe yuktitaḥ
tanniṣedhāvadhiḥ sākṣī
tanniṣedhāvadhiḥ sākṣī
bodharūpo'vaśiṣyate.
bodharūpo'vaśiṣyate.
Yeah. So now he is saying pañcānāmapi kośānāṃ. That indicates that panchakoshas are all descriptions are completed and negations are also completed. Negated only, but still Atma is yet to be described. You are only telling me what is not Atma, and so that journey has to start shortly, right? So that's what he is saying here. pañcānāmapi kośānāṃ niṣedhe yuktitaḥ śrutehe. Niṣedhe, that negation I was talking about. That word here in Sanskrit is niṣedhah. That's it, perfect word for niṣedhah. Means negation, cancelling, cognitively rejecting, cognitively understanding as false, falsifying. All these are words we use in English to refer to this niṣedhah. So he is saying pañcānāmapi kośānāṃ niṣedhe sati. Sati saptami. Sanskrit students. Niṣedhe. Once the panchakoshas are negated, exactly like the movement of the sun is negated. Why should he negate the movement of the sun? Because that's not the reality, that's all. Appearance. Here is a perfect example where appearance need not be the reality. That's all it is. This whole Advaita Vedanta is negation only. Niṣedha. Neti. That's all it is. It's absolutely amazing. That's why I say Advaita Vedanta is easy. Once you get a flavor of it, the same flavor continues. That's all. Nothing changes. Some new words here and there. That's all it is. And Satyam Mithya, everything just comes along with that flow. And so, niṣedhe, keep that in mind, niṣedha. Reality is negated. Just like I have a dream. Dream is there. And in dream, I just go through sukha dukkha. Sukha dukkha, constant. And I am just helpless in dream. Totally helpless. And guess what happens? I wake up and then I say, thank God it was a dream. Abba, suddenly we become very wise people. No, we are all jnanis. We are all jnanis with respect to dream. With respect to dream, we are all jnanis. Correct? Oh, that is all nothing. That is called niṣedha. You have just, what you have done in one word, you cancel your dream. Cancel culture. We all know what cancel culture is. This is what cancellation. Dream is completely cancelled. Even though you are sweating, you are shivering, shaking, everything still cancelled. Cancelled. Yeah, that is what is niṣedha. And so, one more step we have to go, that's all. We have to find a way to cancel this particular experience in the waking world, which everybody accepts, the entire universe accepts, people accept as real. Yeah, that word real in English is inadequate to express the reality of the waking world. That is why we need Vedanta. We take it as absolutely real and we are stuck. Stuck means stuck. Even scientists are stuck. Even physicists are stuck. And somebody, I read this thing. Somebody sent a message. Somebody said, it seems, Roger Penrose said, it seems, I don't know if it is true or not. These WhatsApp messages, I don't know. Roger Penrose said that Big Bang is not the beginning of creation, it is the end of the past creation, it seems. Oh my God. I said, wow, let them say all these things. Let them say, good. Science should know all these things. Now that's it. Look at this. Big Bang is the start of the creation, and somebody says it's the end of the previous creation. That means if that is true, if Roger Penrose really said it, then they are moving from this creation to next creation, previous creation. So anyway, what did I say all this? Reality. The reality. That's what they say. Everything is not the same as what it appears to be. In the US, they have in the rear view mirror, in the car, when you're driving in the car, left side mirror is there, right side mirror is there. Left side mirror, I remember. It used to say, there's always something etched in the glasses. There is something etched in the glasses. Correct? What does it say? Objects are closer than they appear to be. Or they appear. That's it. Closer than they appear. That means you think you have a sense of distance, and guess what? It is closer than what you think it is. That means you account for that closeness. Niṣedha is cancelling. He says your idea of distance, cancel it and replace it by a different idea of distance. That is what it is. So, anyway, pañcānāmapi koshānāṃ niṣedhe. And how do I do this niṣedha? Yuktitaḥ śrutehe. Yuktitaḥ śrutehe. Okay. So yuktitaḥ. Two meanings are there. One meaning is shrutehe yuktitaḥ. By inquiry of the shastram. By the study of the shastram. Yukti means inquiry. Shruti means shruti. Vedaha. Vedasya yuktitaḥ. Yuktitaḥ panchami. So hetu. So by the inquiry of the shastram, only niṣedha can be done. There is no way. Without the shastram coming in, this kind of niṣedha cannot happen. What is the proof? Proof is all the scientists that are there in the world. They are the proof for me. They have not figured it out yet. They are still trying to figure out. That is the proof. And so, inquiry is required. Just like a study is required to negate the movement of the sun. Okay. Same way here also. Negate of the movement of the sun does not mean you remove the experience of the movement of the sun. No, the experience cannot be removed. That experience will continue to be there. Sunrise will be experienced every day. Even the Nobel Prize winner also is experiencing the rise of the sun. This child also is experiencing the same thing and will chant Aditya Hridayam. Okay. And the wise person also can chant Aditya Hridayam. Nothing wrong. Nothing changes. But all the changes happen right here. Okay. And so that thing is being said here. Yuktitaḥ śrutehe. So one meaning is what? By the study of the Shastram, by the enquiry of the Shastram. That is one meaning. Another meaning, this is also popularly used. I get to negate, I get to know the reality of all of myself. Let's say in this context only Atma, right? Myself. From the Veda, Shrutehe, Panchami. Previously Shashti I told you. Shrutehe yuktitaḥ. Now Panchami. Shrutehe, from the Shruti, from Shruti Pramanam, niṣedhe, niṣedha happens. Yeah, Hemavati ji is raised her hand.
Where is that word Shruti, Shrutehe, Guruji?
Oh, Shrutehe is not there in your book. In my book it is there.
Yeah, it is
Here
there.
only kṛte is there.
Verse 60. Shrutehe. Yeah.
I don't know. Mantra 60 it says Shrutehe.
In
Yes,
my
yes.
in my
It
this
is
thing,
Shrutehe.
kṛte is there.
Okay,
Kṛte
I think
is
you have to change it to Shrutehe.
Shrutehe, because
Shrutehe.
I
Okay.
thought that niṣedhe kṛte, that Sati Saptami works out well. So I was looking for.
Illa. That's good imagination, but keep it as Shrutehe. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So
sorry,
second meaning, I was talking about second meaning. Second meaning is what? Shrutehe and yuktitaḥ are two separate words. Previously they are connected. Inquiry of the Shruti. Okay, now it is not connected. Shrutehe is separate from the Veda Pramanam, from Veda, from Shruti. From Shruti means from the study of the statements of the Shruti is Shrutehe. Shruti is a pramanam for us, for all these things. Otherwise, there is no chance of knowing who I am. Okay. And then, yukti is number 2. Yukti. Yukti is what? Yukti is reasoning. Just using whatever reasoning we have, our intelligence we have, the idea of what is right, what is wrong. Okay. Idea of cause and effect. If this, that. If I see smoke in the mountain, I am almost sure. What almost sure? I am sure there is fire. What do you mean you are sure? You haven't seen any fire. No, I am sure there is fire. Go and check it out if you want. That is what? That is all logic. Yukti. We have all this. We have built a fund of knowledge. Okay? Based on our experiences and based on our own study of, our schooling and all the education we've received, all that. So, using just that, I can come to I can solidify my understanding of myself. That is the meaning of yukti. Okay, yukti. Other day I said in one class, I forget where it is, Atmabodha I think, Yadrishyam tad anityam, anatma, within brackets anatma, Yadrishyam tad anityam. Last class I said that. Okay, so anatma. What is anatma means what? Anything other than the self. Any object in this universe is called anatma. What is the nature of anatma? It has to be, first thing is pañcānāmapi. We've said it before, I don't mind saying it again. Pañcānāmapi means it's put together by panchabhutas. It is an assemblage, ityarthaha. Anything in this world, including things that don't look like they are put together, like water. Water is water. Unless you study chemistry, you won't know anything about water. You won't know anything. Nothing. I mean, the basic education is required for us, I tell you. That's why literacy, every country talks about literacy. That's why corrupt governments will make sure people are uneducated. Because that basic literacy is there means then you can't overpower the person. So that put together, pañcābhautikam, that is one aspect of anatma, one characteristic of anatma, pañcābhautikam. Then drishyatvam. What is the meaning of drishyatvam? It is an object of, it is perceivable. It is an object. Perceivable means what? It can be objectified. That is the right word. Perceived also, if I say, then certain things are not perceivable, but they are still an object. Black hole is not perceivable. Some galaxy out there, not perceivable, not perceived. May be perceivable later, but drishyatvam. That is drishyatvam. What about my thoughts? Drishyam only. Thoughts also drishyam. Why? I know what I am thinking. If I say, oh, you are the knower of your thoughts, is it? Okay, then thoughts has become object. Very important. Drishyatvam. We'll come back to that later. Okay, so pañcābhautikam, drishyatvam, savikaratvam. Vikara, constantly subject to change. Constantly, slowly, fast and all, doesn't matter. Subject to change. Savikaratvam. And then sagunatvam. It has attributes, qualities. Anything will be, some quality will be there. At least water you drink, you have to say it is tasteless. Okay? Tastelessness is the quality of water. How about that? But it does flow. Okay, taste may not be there, but water flows. Quality of water. Okay, water wets. How about that? Okay, so sagunatvam is the fourth one. Fifth one, agamapayitvam. Agamapayi. Agamapayi. Means it has this nature of coming and going. Appearance and disappearance. Shades. Like this Ananda. Priya, Moda, Pramoda. Krodha, Priya, Moda, Pramoda, Krodha. Hey, we should add the Krodha in between. Alright. So, these are the 5 attributes of anatma. Okay, what are the 5? Pañcābhautikam, drishyatvam, savikaratvam, sagunatvam and agamapayitvam. What is atma? Opposites of all these things. Okay, apañcābhautikam, adrishyatvam. Anything that is not an object is atma. Atma is the subject, which can never be objectified. It's just airtight it is. It is airtight. That is why we can't go around saying I want to meditate on Atma. So a slight problem is there when you say that. Why? Because meditate on something. That thing has to be an object. But if you say I want to meditate on the teachings about Atma, if you say that is acceptable. Atma itself can never be an object. If you meditate on Atma, then who is the meditator? Something other than Atma, a new Atma you have meditated on. That means what you have meditated on is not the real Atma. So all these ideas will come. Therefore, that is the reasoning. All this we talked about now is all reasons. Logic. Yuktitaḥ. So yadrishyam tadanatma. Then who is the Atma? Drik. Drashta is the Atma. Good reasoning, solid reasoning so far. Therefore, body is drishyam or drik? A body is drishyam, therefore body is anatma. What about prana? Drik or drishyam? It is drishyam, therefore anatma. What about mana? What about vijnana? What about ananda? Everything is drishyam. That is yukti. Yukti. Where we need shruti is what is this atma? There we need shruti. We need shruti because I don't know what the atma is until now. Alright. Okay, that the atma is apañcābhautikam, adrishyam, nirgunam, okay, nirvikāraha. All that Shastram has to come and say and tell me that is you. That is atma. That is where teaching is required. All right. So this one is said here, and so therefore that negation has to be done. That niṣedhe has to be done. And Swamiji gives some other laukika examples also. It happens in our daily life also. When it seems Puja Swamiji's example. The person went to the doctor. Doctor, I am in severe pain. Oh, your whole body is paining? No, not the whole body. Just the bottom. Oh, the entire bottom part is paining? Both legs are paining? No. Just the right leg. Oh, the entire right leg is paining from the top to the bottom? No, below the knee. Oh, below the knee. From the knee onwards, the bone and then the ankle and the foot and everything is paining? No. Ankle. Below the ankle. Oh, you mean the right foot is hurting? No, right foot is not hurting. The toe. Oh, all 5 toes are hurting? No, just the pinky toe. That little small toe which we don't even care about. Okay, poor pinky toe. You never show your pinky toe to the mirror, but you show your face to the mirror every day. So pinky toe should be very sad, I think. Anyway, that pinky toe decided today that I am going to show my Swarupa. And this fellow says the whole body is aching, and the doctor has localized the problem. Correct? Localizing the problem. That itself. So the guy is lumping. We do all this lumping all the time. Lumping. Yeah, pain is a unfavorable experience. And so the doctor takes this light, he wears this light, that miner's light, and then he looks at it, and then, oh, this entire toe is paining? Entire pinky toe? No. Bottom of the toe is hurting, something wound is there? No. That also is, okay, even entire pinky toe also, he can't find out where the problem. Then where is the problem? So near the nail, if I press the nail, it is hurting? No, not hurting. Then where? Then between the nail and the skin on the toe, this joint is there, that crevice is there. And there the doctor touched, and there it is hurting. Something is hurting there. So from the body, we came all the way to the leg, and then through the leg, we went all the way to the toe, and within the toe also only one little part is, some problem is there. Okay, at least the doctor has localized the problem. Why he has to localize the problem? Because we people are like this. We just scream, and then screaming doesn't help solving any problem. And so that is the doctor's job, is to find out exactly what is the doctor doing? Negating. Chodo, body, top, head, chest, and this one, groin gone, leg gone, thigh is gone, everything is negating. He's removing the pain from all those things, and then trying finally identify the source of the problem. So like that we lump. I don't feel like living, somebody says. I don't feel like living at all. You don't feel like living at all? What happened? No, my family doesn't care for me. They don't listen to me also. It is, how long can it? 30 years have happened. Really? That bad, huh? So, tell me about your family. Husband is so-and-so. So far, so many things have been said about the husband. Yeah, he earns well, everything is fine. So what's the problem with your husband? Every time he eats, he doesn't clean his table. That's all? Is that or anything more is there? Does he drink? No, he doesn't drink. Smoke? No smoking also. Really? Okay, good. So this is the discussion happening between the psychologist and then the person. Okay, what about children? Yeah, children. Like this. What is the problem with your daughter? She just spends a little too much. But that's all. She's studying college, everything fine, going, coming, everything. Yeah, everything is fine. Do they love you? Yeah, they love me also. And so you still don't feel like loving? Living, not loving, living. And so I don't feel like living at all. Where is that? And where is this? So somehow the psychologist has to educate her that it is not as big as it seems. Otherwise everything is just blown out of proportion, right? So this blowing out of proportion is there in our Lokika itself, life itself, daily life also. So this magnification, Swamiji talks about that. So, niṣedhe yuktitaḥ śrutehe. Then what happens? Once I do the niṣedha, something should happen, no? What should happen? tanniṣedhāvadhiḥ sākṣī. Niṣedhāvadhiḥ. Beautiful words it is. Shankaracharya. Avadhi. Avadhi in Sanskrit, in Tamil and all means something different. Avadhi is some kind of trauma and just this, what do you call that? Difficulty, perturbation, and just that kind of stuff is called avadhi. But here it's not avadhi. Avadhi means limit, boundary, limit. Okay. He says, tanniṣedhāvadhiḥ. Once I negate means what? Understanding a mistake. Once I negate, keep on negating all these things, then something, do I negate myself also? Myself I can't negate. Why? Because I am the negator. If I am not there, I can't negate. Therefore, I exist. So, that existence cannot be negated. The avadhi is what? Limit. Keep on negating until you hit a limit. That limit is called avadhi. Right? Avadhihi. And what is that avadhihi? He says sākṣī. Look at how beautiful it is. tanniṣedhāvadhiḥ. That niṣedha which you do of the koshas, once you do all the niṣedha, and to negate, that is not atma, body can't be atma, prana cannot be atma. Like you keep on negating, and then you come, and then what remains? Avadhihi, limit. What limit is it? The unnegatable. Aniṣedhyam is sākṣī. That self who started the journey of this Panchakosha Vivekachoodamani, that guy, okay, is the sākṣī. That finally that Atma is sākṣī. Sākṣī is a word. Sākṣī is a word which is used in again some context. So that person who, the consciousness really speaking, but consciousness in this particular context, which is observing all these things. Observing what things? Panchakoshas. I am the observer of the Panchakoshas. I am the knower of the Panchakoshas. I am the negator of the Panchakoshas. Therefore, I am called Sākṣī. Shankara is using the word Sākṣī here. And what is the nature of that Sākṣī? bodharūpo'vaśiṣyate. Bodharūpaha. It is bodha. Bodha has two meanings mainly. Bodha is knowledge. Atma bodha, right? Knowledge of self. But bodha also means consciousness. Chaitanyam. Bodharūpaha, which is of the nature of Chaitanyam. Rupa also means form, which is of the form of consciousness. If you say, a bit careful, because consciousness is formless. Arupaha, really speaking, you can't say Rupa for consciousness. The language, bodharūpaha, whose nature is consciousness, because that is the only thing that is there, which takes on the name Sākṣī. That's all here in this context. Avaśiṣyate. And where does this word avaśiṣyate come? Pin drop silence.
Purnameva avashishyate.
Correct. Where there should not be pin drop silence, there should not be pin drop silence. Somebody should speak up. So, ave purnameva avashiṣyate. Purnamadaḥ purnamidam purnāt purnamudachyate. Purnamadaḥ, that is purnam. Purnamidam, this is also purnam. This. Effect is purnam, cause is purnam. Anatma is purnam, atma is purnam. Purnamadaḥ purnamidam purnāt purnamudachyate. From purnam, this purnam has come. What a statement it is. Purnasya purnamadaya. From the purnam, if you take away purnam, then what will be left? Zero will be left, right? No, purnameva avashishyate. Avashishyate means sheshaha, what is left. No, purnam will be left. That is what he says. So avashishyate. What avashishyate? Bodharūpo'vaśiṣyate sākṣī avashishyate. That is the purpose of this pañcakosha vivekaha. Okay. And there is yeah. So that's the idea here. So we will come back. It's done almost. I should give you the translation actually. So avashishyate manobuddhyahankara chittani naham. That is what it is. Annamayaha naham. Pranamayaha naham. Manomayaha naham. And vijnanamayaha naham. Anandamaya naham. Manobuddhyahankara chittani naham. Nacha shrotra jihve. Nacha ghrana netre. Manobuddhi ahankara. Which kosha it is? Mano is manomaya kosha. Buddhi ahankara, we can put it on vijnanamaya kosha. So now nice problem is there. You can go and look at Linvana Shatkam and then decide which kosha is applies to what. Nacha grana netre. Grana is sense organ. Sense organ comes in which kosha? Not Anandamaya Kosha, not Vijnanamaya Kosha, not Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha. Or is it Manomaya? Yeah, Manomaya has sense organs and mind. If you go back to Manomaya Kosha, refer back. Some review is required here. Jnanendriyani manascha, he says somewhere. And so that Manomaya Kosha. Nacha grana netre. Nacha vyoma bhumihi. Vyoma bhumihi. What is this? Which kosha it comes under?
Annamaya Kosha.
Annamaya.
We can put it under Annamaya Kosha. Or if it is Panchabhuta, you can't put it under Annamaya Kosha because Annamaya is Panchikritam. So the Panchabhuta also he says is not. Depends on how you interpret it. Alright. Nachavyo mabhumir na tejo na vayuhu. Okay. Either Annamaya or it can be, it is not there in any of the Mayas also. You have to put it under Anandamaya and something like that. I don't know. Panchabhuta is not even there in the Panchakosha. Panchakosha does not have Panchabhutas. Good. So let's translate it right now. Even when the negation. Okay, very interesting. When the negation of the 5 koshas is done, start the sentence with even. Puja Swami's translation. Very interesting. Even when the negation of the 5 koshas is done, you got it? By logical inquiry based on Shruti, even when the negation of the 5 koshas is done by logical inquiry based on Shruti, the sākṣī, witness, in the form of knowledge, remains as the culmination of their negation. THEIR, of their negation. In the form of knowledge remains as the culmination of their negation. Okay? Even when the negation of the 5 koshas is done by logical inquiry based on Shruti, the sākṣī, witness in the form of knowledge, remains as the culmination of their negation. We'll continue. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevāvaśiṣyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Thank you.
ధన్యవాదాలు గురుజీ.